Hey, what's going on, guys? New deck profile and budget corner, and this is Frogs. Yes, I am being serious. This is now topped in 3 regionals, so it is no joke. Uh, not much to say about it. The deck's like powerful. The whole point is to dump all your frogs, and then pretty much every card left in your deck is like a Monarch or Light and Darkness Dragon. So it's just constant like pain for your opponent. Caius, Raza, Thesti, Light and Darkness, Dark Dust. So uh let's get going though. The monster lineup, 3 substitute. This guy pretty much makes the concept. Distributing any monster can summon another frog from your deck. So you just have this, right? And let's say Treeborn comes back. Tribute the Treeborn. Summon Swap Frog from your deck. His effect sends a monster to the graveyard, which would be like Treeborn Frog or another substitute just to get him out of the way. And then his effect, tribute again, bring out another Swap Frog, and then rinse and repeat. So, and then once you get down so far, you are going to tribute whatever you have here for a dupe frog, then tribute that for a dupe frog, and your opponent can't attack because of the effect of dupe frog. So, let's continue though. I don't want to goof up the deck list. 3 substitute, 3 swap frog, really cool card, 3 dupe frog. Here's the effect for anyone that was wondering. Really cool. So, and also when it's killed, or when it's sent from the field to the graveyard, you can add a frog monster, except 2 frog, from your deck or graveyard to your hand. So funny it says Frog the Gym, like that card's broken or something. I don't get it. And then the last part of the frogs is 2 Treeborn Frog. You can win without them. It's going to be very hard, don't get me wrong. But like I said, the whole entire point is to dump all these pretty much in one move. And then you have this whole stack of just tribute monsters. So, and then pretty much once you do that, I don't see any way of you losing. Of course your opponent could have, like Ready Ari or something like that, but you have 2 Treeborn, so they're really gonna have to have like a Kaiku to be able to like shut this, and it's not really seeing any play right now. So don't get me wrong, you will see Kaiku in the side deck a whole lot, but like I said, just by the time you get all this dumped and then you get the monarching and just tributing in general, their Kaiku isn't going to do anything because you're just going to be removing stuff from play, spinning it to the top, taking cards out of the hand, and just mass advantage and controlling. So, like I said, that's the frog part, and here's the tributes. 3 Light and Darkness. The card is a monster. Well, of course it's a monster, but he is a monster this format. What? He is such a pain to get rid of once he gets out onto the field. Your opponent just has to use up so many resources just to get rid of him. It's amazing. Of course, there's a lot of stuff you can do to beat this guy, like Light Sworns with their end phase effects, or even Treeborn himself. So, but he's still very, very good. Of course, you wouldn't try and bring back Treeborn while you have him out. You could if you wanted to. I have done that myself. Done some plays to where I can be like Treeborn, or activate Treeborn. Lad activates, then I'm like activate Treeborn, Lad, Treeborn, Lad, and it just keeps going until he goes down to 800. And then, you could tribute for like a fresh Lad if you wanted to, or the combos are like endless. It really depends on, what your hand is and all that, but there's not a whole lot. For those of you that didn't know, you can use Chainlink 2s on this guy to beat him. So you can go like Sakuretsu armor, not like anyone runs that, but Sakuretsu, then chain dimensional prison, and Light and Darkness wouldn't be able to hit that, and he'll get removed from play. Or Mirror Force, then chain Phoenix Wing Wind Blast, he goes to the top, yada yada. So that's the only true way to beat Light and Darkness. I mean, he's gonna get you to get your opponents to like use 1 or 2 resources on him, and then once he goes, then you get to summon a monster from your graveyard. So very good card. 3 Thestalos. None of these have a really special purpose. I mean, Thessalos, I mean, he used to be good in the past, but like I said, he's just in here to just keep the pressure on your opponent. Every turn getting some sort of advantage or doing something in your opponent's field. So 3 Thesti, 3 Kai's. That's the one card that's just really good this format in general. Everything else may seem kind of random, but you can't really put anything else in it. Kai's, he's just really good this format, like I said. Just removing stuff is amazing because this whole format seems like it's going to be like graveyard oriented with like quick draw going around and like light sword's still around a little bit. So it's better to remove stuff, so very good card. Next up, 3 Ryza, 2 Dark Dust. Very good card. I would go with 3, but once you get 1 out, he just keeps returning to your hand. So it seems kind of pointless to me to use 3 of them, but that's my opinion. And 2 Battle Fader. Really good card. Stops attacks. You can drop this, negate the battle phase, then bring back Treeborn and sack for Lad. Or this guy if you wanted to. Gores. Like I said, there's a lot of plays you can do with the deck. It just depends on the situation. That's all my monsters. That's 28, I believe. Moving on. Spells. 3 Soul Exchange. 2 Pot of Avarice. Mystical Space. Heavy. And Brain. Spell lineup's very basic, but very good. 2 of the people... or 2 out of the 3 people that top didn't even use Brain or the Souls. Their builds were way different, and I just didn't like that at all. I mean, of course it topped, so, you know, had some sort of credibility, but that's my spell lineup. And then I only run 3 traps, and that's Threatening Roar. Also, a lot of people were trying out, like, Bottomless and D-Prison and all that. They are good cards, but you don't want to like block your Treeborn from coming into play. So that's why I'm only using Threatening Roars. I guess you could say this build I just showed you is like worthy of a regular deck profile. If you're on a budget, you minus Battle Faders. He is a good card, but I mean he's a lot of money. You minus those 2 for another Dark Dust and this guy. Usually I would be running him, but I just needed the room for the Threatening Roars, so that's your call if you want to use that. Some other cards for consideration. Enemy Controller. Really cool plays. Bring back Treeborn in the standby. Econ, sack Frog, take your opponent's monster, then bring back Treeborn again, and then sack for Lad. Really cool play. Plus, Econ is just overall a good card. Let me see what else. Creature Swap. Pretty much just the Frog plays. I mean, bring back Treeborn, swap, and just get something big and, you know, just wreck. So, and the last card, you'd have to switch around your deck a good bit, but Treacherous Trap Hole. Destroy 2 monsters on the field. You cannot activate this card if you have any trap cards in your graveyard. So you would have to get rid of the Threatenings. I wouldn't suggest using any other trap besides that. I mean, that's the way it's run in Japan. But you can minus the 3 Roars for like Treacherous, Econ, and Swap even if you wanted to. Or, you know, you could fit Trigodia in there as well. So I was just throwing a bunch of like options out there for you guys if you want to tinker with the build. But this build's been working really well for me. I hope you guys enjoyed it. No, I'm not trolling. The deck is actually very good, and it's gonna catch a lot of people off guard. And yeah, guys, that's it for now. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and peace.